we are going to be covering some things. I know you hear this in a lot of sessions, but we are covering some things that are forward-looking. These are some technologies you're going to hear about in a few other sessions. And so we just wanted to remind you, happy to have all the conversations and questions and answers you'd like. Just remember that this is some forward-looking content, and therefore make your decision based on what is available today. Again, thank you for taking the time. We know there's a lot of sessions that you could be at. We thank you for coming to this one and sharing it with us. I do want to introduce my two lovely friends here. Lorenzo, do you want to take it? Introduce yourself.
Thank you, David. Hello, everybody. This is Lorenzo Cavicchi. I've been leading the Salesforce program at Lamborghini since 2018. And here with me is Filippo.
Hello, everybody. Pleasure to be here with you today. I'm Filippo Tonutti. I'm managing all the digital touch points of our customers and shaping the next generation of our customer journey at Lamborghini.
And my name is David Baliles, a distinguished technical architect on the Heroku team, and we are very happy to be presenting today. One of the beautiful things about being on the Heroku team, working with so many amazing customers, is all of the different use cases and ideas, applications and experiences that we see customers doing. And across all of those, we typically find some common themes, some common trends. And one of those that is happening now is around the velocity with which data is flowing. We're all connected. We're all doing amazing things in our own respective worlds and lives and apps. And with that comes a lot of information, a lot of data. But also with that comes the inability to process a lot of that. And so we want our experiences to become more personal. I want this to be more where I need it, when I need it, in the manner in which I need it. And so when it comes to personalization, we're now extending beyond things like recommendation engines, and we're going into doing it in real time. Can I help you have that experience in real time, but also make it personal? We've touched on connectedness. We all have phones, we all have devices. We have vehicles that are now doing amazing autonomous things. When you begin connecting more and more devices and you begin to have a lot more automation, you realize the importance of ensuring that not only are these devices connected, but all of the data flowing and the experiences flowing. So I have a seamless experience with a given customer, brand, or vendor. And most importantly, even though there's a lot of technology that can solve a lot of problems, none of this matters if we are not connecting back to the customers and making more meaningful relationships, whether that is from a B2B partnership perspective or whether that is a B2C with our customers. And so with that, I wanted to turn it over to Filippo,
okay,
and have him share with us.
There are cars we drive that make us happy. And there are cars where happy exists. There are cars that go fast. And cars as fast as dreams. There are cars we move around in. And cars that move something inside us. They don't just get you there. They push you further. Beyond. That deserve another word. Supercars.
Okay, so what you just saw is a video that explains why Lamborghini exists and gives you a glimpse of its history. And from the history is where I want to start my presentation, because to let you understand how we build amazing digital customer experiences for our customers, it's important to let you know who we are and what we exist. And again, Lamborghini was born out of a challenge. The man you saw in the picture is Ferruccio Lamborghini, the founder of our company, that in 1963 decided to build his own supercar company, challenging the status quo of the market. And since we are here at Dreamforce, and it's all about customer experience, we can say that the legend says that our company was actually born out of a bad customer experience, because legend says that our founder, already a successful entrepreneur, was simply not happy with the supercar that he bought. He had a famous argument with another founder of another very important Italian brand, and he decided that he wants, as he said, to build the perfect car. And 60 years later, we are still here today talking about his dream that became reality as his product. The history of Lamborghini is made by iconic cars and iconic products. Here you have a quick list of the most important ones, starting from the Miura you just saw in the video, born in 1966, a car that needed a new word to be defined. Then, 1974, the Countach, a car that has a futuristic design that to this day influences how Lamborghini design is. Then, if we move forward to 2018, Lamborghini once again challenged everything in the market, creating the Urus, blending a SUV and a super sports car, making it for us a big success. If we look at today, so 2024, we just unveiled in Pebble Beach in August our new Temerario, the car that completes the lineup of our company of high-performance electrified vehicles. But Lamborghini is not only about our amazing products, it's also about our customers. And our aim as a company is to make our customers feel one hero of a kind, we say. So to make them feel special, and that we building for them special experiences and products. How we do that? Following 3 pillars. First of all is customization. You know, we are dealing in the luxury world, so personalization of our products and our experiences is extremely important for us. We have a full customization products program for our cars called Al Personam, but as you will see, the customization and personalization is extremely important also in the digital customer experience that we are building for our customers. Then we have the second pillar, that's feel like a pilot. Of course, you know, Lamborghini is all about performance, so it's very important to make our customers feel special and feel like they are pilots in their cars, but also outside them. And last but not least, there are experiences. We need to build experiences for them that make them feel special, make them feel part of the family, and make them connect with the values of our brand. This is true for everything we do for them, but in particular in the digital world, that is what I want to talk to you about now. So, what we did, thanks to Salesforce technology and leveraging all the suites of software that Salesforce is capable of giving us, we built 3 things. First one is Lamborghini Unica, a mobile app dedicated only to our customers. Unica in Italian means unique. That app is only if you own a Lamborghini and gives you a complete and 360 perfect customer journey for us. To provide that exclusive customer journey to our customers, we need to know them very well. So we have a tool called Lamborghini Key, again based on Salesforce, that gives us at headquarters a complete view and understanding of our customers, so that we are able to provide those personalized experiences. Last but not least, of course, we need to rely also on our dealer network. And dealers need to have the same understanding and knowledge of our customers to provide to them the best experiences possible. So we also have what we call Lamborghini Key that gives them the possibility to access all this information. What we already achieved on Unica is pretty amazing, and we are extremely happy with it. First of all, we were able to deliver to our customers a personalized app mobile experience. Everything they see inside the app is based on the information that we have on them, and try to build that personalized experience I was talking about. Second of all, we built a seamless and easy way for them to interact with the dealers. So to get in touch with them, and also for the dealers to take any business opportunity that can generate from the digital world. Last but not least, David mentioned before connected car. Of course, it's a big thing also for Lamborghini, but we wanted to build it our own way. So exploiting the feel like a pilot pillar that I mentioned, we tried to build connected services that are really in line with the mission of our cars. You can see on the slide a screenshot of our connected telemetry. It's basically a racing engineer in the customer's pocket that also can match the performance of the car with the heartbeat while you're driving, to make you understand the excitement of being behind the wheel of a Lamborghini. But as you can easily imagine, we don't stop here, of course. We are already working on the next chapter of our journey, working on creating an immersive retail experience in our dealerships, and also to bring that digital personalized experience also in the most important touch point, that of course are our cars. But don't want to talk about slides now. I want to just give you a brief demo of our app that we prepared. Right now, we are impersonating William, one of our customers. You will see the app will open. We have the iconic Lamborghini start and stop button that animates the app. Then you will see the first screen. This is a customer that has a Revuelto on order, pretty excited because it's in the final stage of production. But he also owns, as you will see, a Lamborghini Urus SE that we just launched, the hybrid version of the car. This is the home page where you can see the car. Then if we scroll down, you see a quick access to the exclusive news that we are sharing with our customers, and also quick access to the contacts of his dealer. If we move in the garage section, we have more details about the cars. And you will see shortly we have the Revuelto that is on order, and also all the other cars that the customer owns, but also the ones that he previously owned, because we have that 360 view of them, thanks to our CRM system. In the app, then, we can select and go deeper to look at the Revuelto on order. Here you can see the car with a beautiful picture gallery of the car configured exactly as the one that has been ordered by the customer, thanks to the integration with our car configurator. Below that, you will see the first piece of extremely exclusive content that we are sharing with our customers. So while the car is on order, and remember you wait for a Lamborghini for almost 2 years after the order, the customer can have access to the first picture of the car when it exits the production line. So this is only if you are a Lamborghini customer. If you bought this specific car, you get access to this picture. And you are the first person to see the car outside the company. Below that, you see also the other contents that we are sharing with our customers while they are waiting to get familiar with the car, and with some exciting videos about the car being driven. And the most important one is the one that you see at the bottom. It is the one that you get when you sign the order, and it's a video of our CEO and chairman that congratulates the customer for his recent purchase, to make them feel, of course, special, as I told you before. If we go back to the garage, we then take a look at the Urus. Here you can see the full connected package active, so I can see that the car is locked, is parked safely in Italy, and I can have an overview of the status of the car, or simply activate climate control even from here in San Francisco, as you will see shortly. Then, if we can go back, we will go back to the Urus. As I told you, we also created an end-to-end way to contact the dealer. Here you can see it in action. So we will try to book an appointment for our Urus. It's already pre-selected. Pre-selected is my favorite dealer, Lamborghini San Francisco. I can select that I want the car to be inspected and the tire replaced. Then I select the fact that I want to be contacted back by phone by my favorite dealer, and I will be available after the Dreamforce is over on September 19th. That will transform automatically in a business opportunity for our dealer in the CRM in real time. Then we will now explore another section of the app. It's called Word, and it's basically all the news, exclusive news that we are sharing with our customers. And the most important one is the one that we are going to click right now on, and it's the unveiling of the new Lamborghini Temerario. That car was unveiled in August in Pebble Beach, but we shared only on our customers and only on the app a picture of the car 2 hours before the official unveiling, to make them feel special and they have access to something that is impossible to be seen before the general public. Here, our customer sees the car and instantly thinks, I want to order one. So we will move to the section that is called Next, where I can configure my new car. Here you can see we have an overview of our products. You can browse the pre-owned catalog, but we want to configure the new Temerario. I open the car configurator. As you can see, it's perfectly integrated inside the app. Select the Temerario and go on with the configuration. Green on the car looks good, but we will choose a different iconic Lamborghini color, like yellow. So we select Giallo Inti. Now the car, it's more, I like it more. So the only thing is missing is the wheels. So I will change the color from black to silver. And then the car is perfect. Now, what we are going to do right now is we are ready to save it to our garage. So I will hit Save to Garage. That will automatically save the car inside Unica's garage, as you will see shortly. Now, the car is automatically saved there. I'm ready to send it to my favorite dealer again. I click on Send to your dealer. Lamborghini San Francisco is pre-flagged. I can even choose the salesperson I want to be contacted back. Since I always talk with Lisa in Lamborghini San Francisco, I select her, choose the preferred contact method, that is again phone, and then I can send it right away to my dealer that will contact me back shortly. So this is a quick overview of our app and what it can do. But to let you better understand what is happening behind the scenes to make all these amazing things happen, I will leave the stage to my colleague Lorenzo. Thank you.
Thank you, Filippo. So to create an exclusive and exciting experience for Lamborghini customers, it's much more than just a final product. It's a lot about what happens behind the scenes. So let's go back to 2017. Lamborghini decided to build up its first customer app. And the decision, as Filippo said before, was to call it Unica, also because we didn't want customers to download multiple applications to interact with a single app, with a single car. As of today, we don't regret it. Actually, our customers love it. But think about the complexity behind. Now we're in 2024. Think about how many new features, how many changes we did to our Lamborghini Unica app. And think about all the facts, all the items that our developers should consider each time they touch the code of our app. Everybody likes to have a safe experience with any app. Security, reliability, availability all over the world must be a given. If you want to make a difference, you have to focus on other factors. If you want to make an exclusive experience, you have to think about which services, which features your customers are willing to receive on the app. And so how could we do that? How can we manage both this complexity and the need of innovate every day? This is where Heroku comes on the table, and it's a game changer, because Heroku takes care of all the stack for our developers, from networking to deployment. It's a stable, secure platform that allows our developers just to don't think about it. They don't have to think about availability, localization, information security, patching, or whatsoever. They can just focus on creating new features, making sure those features are always well designed for our customers, and then think about how we can both innovate such features or think just about something out of the box to put it in the next release. What do I mean with all the services that the Heroku platform is providing? Just think about that what you can see from your smartphone is the Unica app, but here is everything that is behind. I've just mentioned scalability, compliance, monitoring, logging, performance. This is given by the fact that we have Heroku and AWS platform behind. So for us, it's a plus, because we can just focus on what is most important for our customers, providing an exciting customer experience and providing every day more and more new features that can interact with our cars and our customers. But to give you a much more deeper understanding of what's behind, again, the scenes, I will hand it over to David for a technical deep dive.
Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Thank you. Amazing. It's so exciting when we get to see customers who have challenges, who have ideas, who want to bring those to market and be able to come alongside them and support them. And part of this is when you view who Heroku is, where it came from, what it is today in the Salesforce platform. It's when we talk about a unified platform, when you go from session to session and you hear about different technologies, different capabilities, different options, it's all part of one unified platform. And so you're going to see these common themes. So whereas on the sales side, you might be building a lightning experience and you're able to leverage some of the low code options. On the other side of the spectrum, we want you to be able to use bespoke technologies to build the same user interfaces, whether that be on a phone, on a web, on a service, et cetera. As we flow down into the logic of what powers those experiences, we want common tools to be able to be accessed. So do I need to go build another workflow engine for my external applications to work? Or can I leverage a lot of the horsepower that is behind Salesforce Flow? And when we think about data, data equals trust for us. It's at the heart of everything that we do. And so being able to manage data services in a way that is secure and trusted from day zero is an important part for us. All of this being wrapped around a unified framework that developers on both sides or two ends of the spectrum can leverage, and doing it all within the trusted boundary. So Heroku, when we think about what it begins to offer customers like Lamborghini, is the ability to take that idea and ship it quickly. That doesn't mean that you sacrifice. That means that you're able to focus on the customer, you're able to focus on the business partner, you're able to get them what they need, where they need it. We're gonna do this in a secure fashion, and we're gonna do it in a way that scales. A lot of the unforeseen things that happen with customers, with encounters, are unforeseen, and the ability to respond to those and scale accordingly is critical. Ultimately, as we have heard this week, you're hearing a lot about Agentforce, you're hearing a lot about technologies that apply machine learning to provide intelligence where and when it's needed. Heroku also expands into those possibilities. But when we think about the sheer scale, when we say Heroku is built for scale, we're looking at processing around 60 billion requests per day. We're looking at having created amazing customers like Lamborghini to the tune of 13 plus million applications. When we think about the scale of data, being able to provision, fully manage, where customers don't have to worry about 38 million data stores. And ultimately, to be able to provide a marketplace or an ecosystem for developers that brings common infrastructure tools, common productivity tools to bear in a way that developers can consume it quickly. At the end of the day, why are we doing this? The business has to respond to its customers, has to respond to its partners, and has to respond to what's happening around us in the world. And part of that is the ability to manage costs, right? Whenever I can, increase developer productivity, I'm able to see the results with that. And on Heroku, the average is around 40% more productive as developers. When we think about reducing the costs, how many knobs do I have to turn? How many switches do I have to flip just to manage and maintain an infrastructure so that my developers can go build what we need them to build? The more I'm spending time managing that infrastructure is less time that I'm spending and less resources that I'm spending getting that product to market and getting it into the hands of our customers. Ultimately, at the end of the day, when we're able to reduce the DevOps costs, we're able to push that developer productivity higher. We're able to, as an organization, see the return on the investment of the Heroku platform. But we saw many, many times with Lamborghini, they don't like to settle for second best. This is about exceeding the status quo, going beyond that status quo. And when we think about what's happening with connected devices, connected vehicles, when we start thinking about intelligence and what it means, being able to give real-time, personalized experiences. What's the difference between my personalized Unica app on my phone and that personalized omni-channel experience that I have in the vehicle? What are the differences, and how do I need to respond on both of those to give an ultimate experience? And part of that is we're living in a world where we are dealing with lots more data. We're dealing with data that's faster. And we refer to that similar to you've seen in technology with things like screens, right? So it was 1080p, and then it became 2K, and then 4K, and then 8K. As screens get bigger, resolution gets bigger, and we have to scale with it. The same thing is happening with application development and the data that's flowing between all these systems. And developers have to respond to that, whether they like it or not. And we refer to this as a high resolution application, right? And we can loosely wrap this in what we call the 5 Vs. The first one, so when we think about a variety of data, for those that have learned about Salesforce Data Cloud, when you start to look at building agents with Agentforce, all of this is bringing that data together from disparate sources so that it can be ingested and then leveraged to turn it into value. Part of that is the velocity. So nothing is faster than the Lamborghini car. And if we apply that across the board, data is flowing fast, right? So imagine I'm driving, I have 82 sensors in the vehicle, they're firing every 5 seconds. How quickly can I make adjustments? It can go so far as making adjustments in the suspension all the way to proactive service. So we want to cover that gamut, and that is where velocity of data and responsiveness is key. Veracity, an interesting one. This gets into, giving me this intelligence that I need at the right time, in the right context. Do I know exactly who you are in the moment so that the things that I'm able to personalize for you are appropriate and they are what you're needing? So the veracity is that truthfulness of where and what the context is. Whenever we're doing all of those things, we are going to inevitably have much higher volumes of data. So the ability to manage that massive amount of information and process it quickly is something that developers have to be concerned with. But ultimately, we can leverage all the technology we want to, but unless we're translating all of this back into business value, it's a science project. And part of what's so exciting to see Lamborghini doing is being able to translate these developer technologies, these primitives that Heroku is able to provide, and translate it back to the value that the customers are needing. Ultimately, the experiences are what their customers, whether that's the white glove dealers, whether that's the drivers of the vehicles, the owners, how can we deliver those personalized experiences? And this is really where Heroku, the platform, is taking it to the next level. How do we give you the tools and the ability to translate all of these V's into fantastic experiences? So what goes into Heroku? When we talk about Heroku, the platform, we start with that foundation of trust, the networking and the security that says, from day one, from day zero, are we building this on a trusted foundation that we don't have to be concerned with the customer data or the way it's handled from a security? Do you have the infrastructure services? So when we talk about developers, productivity going up and the operational costs coming down, we're talking about the ability to stand up the compute that's required, the services that are required in a way that's accelerated, that is self-managed, that lets them focus on the actual experience that they're building. And ultimately, as you're going to see here, Heroku continues to innovate and continues to produce developer primitives that allow for customers like Lamborghini to turn these into amazing experiences for their customers. And so you're going to hear a bit about our integration and eventing. So whenever you look at that spectrum of Salesforce capabilities from one side of the platform to the other, the developer's experiencing all of that. And part of the challenge that we have is to ensure that the developer experience across that entire spectrum is as productive and as streamlined and as simple as we can make it. And part of that is when you begin dealing with different technologies, like a Heroku application, working with Salesforce Flow and working with Data Cloud. We want to continue to push the boundaries of unifying those things, creating simplicity. So there's a lot that goes in to building applications that span the Salesforce platform. And part of that is where Heroku is now introducing some services. We refer to a lot of these in developer plumbing. Okay, so what does it take for a developer? Assuming we have these environments, assuming we can begin to manage them less, assuming that we can start working on this experience more rapidly, what do I actually need to do to make the code work? And in this case, there are things like tokens and authorizations and managing permissions of what services can call what. One of the things that AI has introduced is this concept of how do I know if all these disparate things are able to talk to the data? So how do we manage all of this across that spectrum? And Heroku integration is helping the developer automate that. So this is a plumbing that allows for, instead of code having to do the authentications and the tokenizations, this is a single command line that says, we're able to authorize Heroku, I need you to manage those connections for me. And this is now making the applications on the Heroku side, the services that power these experiences, first-class citizens within Salesforce. So if you're a Salesforce admin, if you're working with the developers to produce this amazing new experience, can I manage all those from within my common Salesforce administrative environment? Can I apply roles and permissions to my code that's running over on Heroku? Can I make sure that I can monitor and manage that? So integration services is a new feature in the platform that's enabling that. Heroku eventing, when we talk about a Lamborghini going, down the road at high speed and sensors are flying, the experience of the driver is alive. How do we ensure that that blends well with the manufacturing process that's happening with robotics and with sensors in the plants firing off? How do we marry that up with the dealership that needs to understand what has transpired between last service and this one? How do we proactively service these owners and carry that brand experience across? And this is where Heroku eventing says, listen, a lot of people are doing eventing. It's a thing. It's part of the world that we live in. But how can we make that eventing be less developer-centric, let them focus on the experience, not focus on building out infrastructure? So we're talking about things like creating event streams that transcend from that manufacturing plant all the way through the dealership experience, all the way through to the applications on the phone or the device, and be able to surface those as intelligent actions. The ability to then respond to those actions with automation. So Heroku Events is a new feature, part of the platform that is providing that. Ultimately though, the goal of what Heroku has, the heart of who we are, is to provide, yes, developer-centric primitives, these ingredients that you need to build great apps and great services for your customers. But can we do that in a way that just reduces that burden, it reduces that headache, makes you more productive, and ultimately makes the business propel faster? So when you hear about immersive experiences, right? I put on some amazing goggles, I'm sitting in this vehicle, it's my first time, it's amazing. Can I provide these simulations? What if an event happens? Can I respond to that? Those are experiences that I'm gonna be sitting in the vehicle experiencing, but behind the scenes, there's events flowing, and they have to accommodate for that. So how simple can we make that so these experiences can be delivered? So at the end of the day, when we think about the amazing stories of customers like Lamborghini, we think about the Heroku platform being a part of your Salesforce ecosystem, and we think about simplifying that developer experience and making it more productive. This is where we're able to help Lamborghini realize that unified vision in the Unica application. With that, what have we heard? We've heard some very exciting things, some vehicles that I personally would like to get in and test drive. We have seen, why they selected Heroku. We've seen some of the challenges that they had of being able to give their developers the tooling they need to produce not just the experiences they have, but also how do they push that forward into something that is beyond the status quo. And so we see these common themes. Heroku seems like, because it is, the fastest way for me to take this new idea the business has and translate that into reality. It lets us focus more on that experience and that business value and less on the operational and the infrastructure side of it. And ultimately, the goal is to be able to help you grow into this new real-time, personalized, when you need it, where you need it experience. So with that, Lorenzo, do you want to help us understand how this is going to take you into the next generation?
Thanks, David. I think you very well explained what I meant before. And I love, the fact that, as you just said, Heroku is the fastest way from an idea to an app. And for us, it's also the fastest way from a new idea to implement it into our existing app. And in fact, there would be no way for us, to be able to think about new features unless Heroku is doing, all the job behind the scenes. And that's also what allows us to sleep well during the night, and think about what we can do tomorrow. What we can do tomorrow? Well, for example, we can think about new immersive retail experience, okay? That's something that we all love. And we can think about extending the customer experience to more touch points. We like to be connected 24/7 everywhere we are. So that's something that now it's feasible. At the end of the day, I believe that after more than 7 years, we can say that Lamborghini plus Heroku plus Salesforce was a perfect match. And we can see that as of today, this is a successful story. Our customer loves the experience. we are now able to offer really a comprehensive, a 360 experience both to our customers and to our dealers and colleagues, okay, with the Salesforce platform. And we are able, to share with this community also the exciting, and the passion that we have, doing this job every day.
That's amazing. We really appreciate you guys as a customer. It's been fantastic to see everything unfold. Thank you for sharing the story with us. Again, we appreciate your time. If you are interested, if your interest was piqued at some of the new things, the new innovations that Heroku is providing that is enabling some of this next generation, we are going to be doing the amazing deep dive into this. This is the session you definitely want to go to next, talking about securing and integrating these Heroku experiences into Data Cloud. We also have some other wonderful Heroku sessions. Hopefully you've been able to attend some so far. We encourage you to continue to do so. Amazing sessions coming up. If you guys want to QR that, you can have it nice and handy, which, by the way, the application that you're using for your eventing, yet another heralded case of using Heroku. That's a Heroku experience. How many of you have ever used Trailhead? Also built on Heroku. Fantastic experience. So feel free to scan that. And then we also want to let you know if you want to grab some coffee. Coffee's on us. And last but not least, you will have a summary of this session that you guys can leverage, care of Einstein, after this. And again, thank you so very much. We're available after if you'd like to come up and chat with these lovely gentlemen. They've got some fun stories. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it.